know this deacon put me on spotlight today. I know I sound like I'm in concert.
That's why he called
yeah, but that's all right. I come to give God some praise. Some praise because I know. I ain't always been in church on Sunday. I know. Yeah, I ain't always been singing in the choir. I know. Yeah, where he brought me from. Picked me up. Turned me around. And put my feet on some solid ground. So I was on my way, as the old folks used to say, to a low bottom hell.
Come on now.
And mama prayers wasn't going to get me to heaven. Dad's prayers wasn't going to get me there. Yeah. You got to see Jesus for yourself. So, because I heard him say that at the name of Jesus, every knee shall bow, and every tongue, you're going to have to give an encounter of whatever it is. So you ought to give him some praise right now. Why you got a chance?
To the Grand Master, we're honored to have you in our presence. Then again, we're honored to have all of our guests here. We say to you that at this church we've been around for 118 years. We want to say to you that we're honored to have you in our presence.
We need to get busy. I had 3 questions. Now, part of my focus wanted to go on, I saw Men United. Christian men.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I mean, see that when he told me that, the Reverend, I wrote it down. Christian men.
Yeah.
See, there's a difference between a man in the house
All right.
and a Christian man in the house.
Yeah.
That's a difference there.
Yeah.
See, because the man in the house may not have Christ in front of him. See, that makes a difference. Like the folks say, well, anybody can go make a baby. But you have to be a man in order to be able to take care of that. And then if you want to train him up in the way that he should go, then you need to have some help from Christ. Now that's a Christian man. When he first come to me, he said, Christian men united in the church. And I'm saying, he must have been standing at the back door of a Tabernacle. Because we've been talking about that. You know, trying to get men together. Now, 3 questions came up in my mind when he brought this up. Christian men united in the church, why should we care? Why should we care whether Christian men get united in the church?
Help us.
My second question was, why are there so few men in the church? And my third one was, why do men stay away? Now, what is it with us? What is it with us that we don't want to go to church? I did a little research, and I'm glad he didn't give me for a few weeks, because when I started out and first print this thing out, it was about 29 pages. I said, no, that's not going to the sermon. I can't do that. So I went to chopping it down. So I got to chop it down and get Now, excuse me, I said 30 to 15 minutes, but I'm going to try to get through. Now, the research is clear. The bigger your man shortage, the more likely your church is to decline. Anybody believe that? Men. Statistics say that if men do nothing toward uniting our churches, our congregations will continue to decline. One statistic say it'll be dead in 30 years. Now, I don't know when that was written, but that was alarming to me. Think about that for a minute. Now, I went ahead to do a little bit more research, and it says that the denominations with the largest gender gaps, y'all know what that means, don't you? Gender gaps. And more up than it is, more in than it is up. Yeah. With the largest gender gaps are those that are losing the most members. means that there are more women in the church than men. Mainline churches, look that up when you go home, suffer huge gender gaps, and they are losing tens of thousands of members each year. Meanwhile, non-denominational mega churches are growing fastest. Look that up when you go home. I ain't got time to go through all that. You ought to know the difference between the mainline churches and the non-denominational and mega churches. Y'all know some of them. The mega churches. So I got to get me a plane tonight, so I got to go over there in the moment. Mega churches. All right. Next few minutes, I'm going to touch on a few points. But what I want to do is talk about some things that may spark the interest of men. You know, as to why we ought to care about this thing. Now, I believe that the presence of enthusiastic male worshipers is associated with the following outcomes. It's in the church. Has a direct effect. Congregational growth, congregational help, stronger unity in the church, and increased giving. I believe that the presence of male worship in the church. Now, Jesus showed us how to grow a healthy church. How did he do that? Y'all know how he did that? How to grow a healthy church. Well, focus on the men first.
All right.
He went after them 12.
Yeah.
Focus on the men first. Men ought to be standing out and leading. You know, you want to wonder why the women take over. No harm, no foul. Why they have to lead and they have to get up and they got to do this and do that? Because you ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing. Okay? We sitting down watching them talking about what I ain't going there. Now, Jesus showed us how to grow a healthy church. Focus on men first. We've read and we've heard that Christ loved women and children. But he spent most of his time and energy developing a handful of men. Didn't he?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I wonder why. Jesus knew a truth that we sometimes have forgotten about. If you transform men, you transform the family. You transform the community. You transform society. Draw a man to church, and you probably get his family in the bottom. So focus on the men. Okay. Now, I know that we're probably saying at this time, well, if we're going to focus on the men, then maybe we need to have us another men's ministry. Well, that ain't the problem. Wrong the one you got. It's not necessary to go launch another program. Maybe we should focus on manning up.
Yes, sir.
Man up. Now, you know, you hear that a lot, you know, with the younger generation. Boy, you ought to man up. But what are they saying? Man up. Grow up. Be a man. Take your responsibility. Stand to lead. Get in the front. The bear walking, you and your wife walking, and then she walking out front, something wrong. You ought to be out there to get the bear first. Beat the bear down. Something wrong. You sitting at home, and she work. Something wrong. And she going to work every day. Something wrong. You ought to be doing something. So man up. And then you will start talking about why they doing everything. Why they won't do everything. Every time you see them, I'm finna go on that. we should try to make our existing ministries compelling to men and boys.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to create nothing new. Just learn how to build up and influence in the ministries that you already have. Ministries that we got. You know, one of the things about these existing ministries that we have, not just here, but everywhere else, there's an age gap between me
and me.
That man right there, young man, right, that's an age gap. A lot of times men don't want to come down there and talk to him. They want him to come up and talk to them, but he don't know how.
Look out now, look out.
He ain't never been this big. But we are so stuck on stupid that we don't want to come down and try to meet him where he is. Let's keep on. Okay. Just learn how to build up and influence our existing programs. I just want to give you some thoughts, give you some things to think about. Because they ain't just happening here. They ain't just happening over Tabernacle. They ain't just happening over at St. Reed and True Vine. They ain't just happening over there. This is a universal problem. And you don't think it's universal? You got to wait till about 12 at night, and you walk out your door, and you live in one of these neighborhoods like I live in, and listen. You will see it's a universal problem. You don't know which way to go. Let me go. Let me keep going. We talk about being in the church. Why? My second question. Why are so few men in church on Sunday? All right, listen up. All across the world, churches are likely to have more women in the pews than men. This is a fact. Some estimate place the so-called gender gap in America at 61% women versus 39% men. That means that every Sunday there are many more women attending church than men. Now, I don't know about you, but being an old farm boy, I often heard that the men had to go to the field and do the hard work, and the women was going to stay at home, cook. We talking about back in nowadays.
All right.
Cook. They go to church. When they go to church, raise their children, cook fried chicken. So when the preacher comes out on Sunday, they can get mad because the preacher come get the best pieces of the chicken. What he do? Now he done talked about he ain't gonna let her go back down there to that church. Because the preacher can come down here. Should I be thinking that maybe we still living in that? I just want to know. They ain't here, so they must be out working. They must be down in the field. Down on the low end of the field. So y'all be country folk. Y'all don't know about the jungle and stuff. They must be way down there in the field somewhere. Because they not here. On the backside. I know somebody knows something. But see, in our cases, we know that they not down in the field.
That's right.
But the Saints playing. The Lakers on. Oh, the Clippers play today. Oh, guess what? They come on at 10. Let me go ahead. Truth be told, followers of Christ have always included a large percentage of women. There were many women who supported Jesus and his disciples during their ministry. At the crucifixion, there were women watching from a distance. There were even they had even followed Jesus from Galilee. And of course, there were women who wound up at the tomb. Okay, so women are out there. Truth be told. But you need to understand that they outnumber us, Darnell. Yeah. When it comes to church house.
Yeah.
Now, there are several theories put forth as to why. Listen up now. There are so few men attending churches. There's several theories. One theory is that the church's teaching, which places emphasis on humility and holiness and introspection, are seen by some men as weak or somehow less than masculine. This theory goes on to say that men are looking to be challenged for a bold message of adventure, like there was some danger or some aggressiveness. Introspection. I want to just touch on that real quick. Humility, holiness, and introspection. Well, we know what humble means. Holiness, we know what introspection. What does introspection mean? We don't want to look at ourselves first. We don't want to take that deep dive and go inside of us.
Right.
It's always your problem. It's always your fault. Yeah, it ain't none of mine. Yeah, it's the church, it's the other folks, the usher board. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Other people over there.
Mm-hmm.
You want to look at me. I don't want to look at that because ain't nothing wrong with me.
Joe Lane.
This theory goes on to say that men are looking to be challenged with a bold message of adventure. Okay. So now, we ought to get busy as we talk about that gender gap again.
Yeah.
We ought to get busy trying to find some of the right activities to attract men.
Yeah.
Even though this theory may not hold water to a lot of us.
Yeah.
But we still need to get busy trying to find some of the right activities to attract men.
Yeah.
Men ain't gonna come down here to this church to no meetings and have no sewing class.
Yeah.
Huh? They coming? Well, you might get a cut. So you have to think about that. I mean, we living in 2015. This is reality.
Yeah.
Okay? So you have to try to find some things that's going to happen that you can do.
Yeah.
Christian men.
Yes.
You know, but they ain't going to come down here with their Bibles and their other stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But to my Christian men, you have to find some things. And it is a challenge.
Yeah.
It's a challenge for many churches. Some congregations make an extra effort to provide times of fellowship and bonding for men by adding things to their schedules that spark male interest.
Yeah.
You ain't getting me to come over to Brother Frazzlebottom's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not going over there
Yeah.
because they over there sewing and knitting. I'm not going. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Oh man, I'd rather just stay at home. Keep it. I ain't going over there because I ain't gonna learn how to sew. I ain't gonna learn how to knit.
Mm-mm.
No, I don't want that. So I gotta find something that attract you.
Yeah.
What he like? And we older members, we older men within the ministries need to figure that out.
Yeah.
We got to connect with him because if I can't connect with him and I can't get him to understand, okay, that I need him or that he needs us, and he's gonna stay out there.
All right.
He's gonna keep going to the ball game on Sunday. Or going to the park. Yeah. Go out riding a motorcycle. He's gonna keep doing whatever he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta find out what he likes. He likes something. There's some things that he like to eat. I ain't never seen the Jones didn't like to eat. I know he like to eat. Cook some food. Bring him over. Yeah. Light him out. Okay. Play some dominoes. And another thing, don't get him out there and keep him out there for 4 or 5 hours trying to talk to him and tell him all this stuff. You trying to get him a front lobotomy of all of the stuff you got in your head. Well, you can't do that. Because he can't even process it. My daddy told me, he said, Charlotte, I done forgot more than you ever know. So ain't no sense in me trying to give him a front lobotomy and give him all the information at one time, because he can't process it. So you got Give it to him. Give it to him hard. And then let it go. Then you can get it back. Because if you hold it there, and then he got too much stuff in his head to process anyway, but next time you go looking for him, he gonna run from you. I gotta keep going. Another explanation as to why there are so few men in the church to do with stereotypical masculine egos. I ain't gonna talk about how come the men ain't here. What is? The theory goes that men are naturally self-reliant, headstrong, proud, and they are therefore naturally more resistant to the divine call for humility and submission. What man wants to know? But we know that the gospel confronts our needs. We know that. However, men are often adverse and reluctant to admitting neediness. I don't need to go down there to that preacher. I don't need to go down there to that brotherhood meeting. No, I don't need that. We're stubborn to that point. You go. You go. Tell me what they said. I don't need them. I know ain't nobody in here like that but me, though. There are other hypotheses or theories, such as upbringing, which says that a great number of men were reared by fathers who did not attend church services, and so have no masculine role model involvement in the church. There is a suggestion that the traditional breadwinners are too busy working or enjoying their day off work to commit to a church. That's kind of like the one I talked about earlier about the men down there working in the field. Yeah, and the women at home cooking. Well, they had to work on Sunday too sometimes. Mr. Hubba down on Plantation X. You know, he had them out there. I'm gonna keep going. I don't even want to go there. Now, there might be a grain of truth in each of these theories, but none of them fully explain the gender gap. Why there's so many women and a few less men in our modern churches. There may be many men of today who reject church simply because of these theories that I talked about, that I just mentioned, although I believe that there is most likely a deeper problem. People. There's a deeper problem. The message of Christ is universal. Following Christ includes, I like to say it includes adventure. I get a joy going to church, faith, and a purpose. Our ministries, especially our men's ministry, should be challenging and teaching the word, challenging, nurturing, and encouraging all our members, male and female, okay, to follow the Christ example. We should be teaching everybody. You know, I just, you get that little stereotype group over there, and can't nobody say nothing to nobody else but Sister Montoya. You get that little group over there, and can't nobody say nothing to nobody else but Sister Rosalind Jones.
Tell it.
Something wrong with that. Because now you have isolated yourself. Reverend Jones told me to cut off. I'm going to cut off in a minute. You should have gave me over here. I'm getting there, Reverend. Christian men should be challenged to emulate the heroes of faith, robust men such as Moses, Elijah, Peter. The Christian life should be presented with the excitement and vigor that it truly is, and we should pray that God would increase the number of men who recognize their God-given responsibilities and who are unafraid to commit to their talents in the church. Now, why do men stay away, and what is it with men? Give me 2 minutes, brother. We know men are outnumbered, and this is not just because we die earlier and leave the pews filled with younger men. Even some men do not show up for worship. They are often not particularly happy about it, even when they do show up. This is not breaking news, of course. Study after study has shown that many men who name themselves as Christian feel bored, alienated, disengaged from church. When they drag themselves to church, it is not for themselves, but often it is to fulfill an obligation for their roles. Son, husband, father, pastor. So what does that say? Man up your ministries. Man up your ministries. The numbers don't lie. Men are staying away from church. The reasons are undoubtedly complex. But perhaps something doing this, how many minutes I do? 30 minutes? Perhaps something has, I've said, has sparked a few things that may help us to search our spirits and souls and take action and begin uniting our Christian men in our church and ministries to help turn those statistics that I talked about in the other direction. Yes, some men, churchgoers, are satisfied with the feel-good ministry, a feel-good Christianity. But I think many Christian men yearn for a more costly, demanding, life-changing discipleship. We men in the church are to work to unite and present to them the gospel that encompasses this life-changing message they're yearning for. I believe that most men want to take a walk into that costly area of life which people sacrifice their minds, their bodies, and spirits, their individual desires for a larger cause. That larger cause being walking as Jesus walked. Let's give a round of hand to both speakers.
No, I've been changed.
God.